Private audition exposed. It sounds kind of like a thriller movie, doesn't it? But this is real life, and it's got everyone talking. A video, supposedly, of Tamil actress Shruthi Narayanan is making the rounds online. And well, you guys have sent in a ton of reports about it, so we're going to dive into all of that.
Yeah, for sure. You flagged some really interesting articles from India Today, DNA India, Republic World, and Odisha TV, News 18, and Mint 2. All of them are zeroed in on this leaked video, and everyone's got something to say about it. So today, we're not just going to rehash the news, but really dig into what's going on, like what happened and when and all the different takes on it and, what it all means.
Exactly. We want to get past those headlines and really understand what's going on. What's everyone actually saying? What's the bigger picture here? And then what does this all mean going forward? So let's just start right at the beginning. This video that everyone's talking about, what are these reports saying about it?
Well, the one thing they all seem to agree on is that there's this 14-minute video out there, and supposedly it's Shruthi Narayanan. But the big thing is, there are rumors that it could be from a private audition. And so, of course, a lot of these articles are bringing up the whole casting couch issue in the Tamil film industry.
Casting couch, it's a phrase that makes everyone think of, taking advantage of people trying to break into the industry. It's pretty unsettling. So this video shows up online. What do these reports say about how it spread?
Super fast, like wildfire across all these different sites. The articles specifically mentioned X, what used to be Twitter, Instagram, and even Telegram. It seems like it went viral almost instantly.
That's kind of scary how quickly things can spread online, especially something this sensitive. So let's talk about Shruthi Narayanan for a minute. Who is she? What do these articles tell us about her background?
Okay, so from what we're seeing, she's a 24-year-old Tamil actress based in Chennai. Started out in television, actually. Got pretty well known for her role in a serial called Siragadika Asai. That thing ran for something like 600 episodes on Star, Vijay, and Jio Hotstar. So she's definitely a familiar face for a lot of people.
Wow, 600 episodes. That's like a lifetime on TV. But it sounds like she wasn't just doing TV, right?
Right. She's also been in a few movies. She was in Citadel, Honey Bunny, worked with some pretty big names there, like Varun Dhawan and Samantha Ruth Prabhu. And then there's Karthi Deepam and Ari, both came out in 2022. So yeah, she's been making a name for herself.
And like a lot of people these days, especially in the public eye, it looks like she's got a pretty big presence on social media, which is interesting considering what's happening.
Well, yeah, definitely. They talk about her Instagram a lot. Mint says she's got over 52,000 followers, but one of the other articles said over 420,000. Either way, that's a lot of people. It's like her own personal platform,
So here's what we've got. A video surfaces, maybe from a private audition, and it involves this young actress who's already pretty famous, both on TV and online. So what kind of reactions are we seeing to this whole situation?
It's a mixed bag, for sure. One of the biggest things is that a lot of people are questioning whether the video is even real. Some seem to think it is, but others are saying it could be a deepfake. And with AI being what it is these days, that's a real possibility.
Deepfakes, yeah. Makes you wonder what you can actually believe anymore. And it's scary to think how easily someone's reputation could be ruined with that kind of technology. But aside from that, what other kinds of reactions are people having?
A lot of anger and worry, understandably. The thought of someone being exploited like that, if the video is real, it's disturbing. A lot of folks are calling this a prime example of the darker side of the casting couch in Tamil cinema. And there's a lot of sympathy for Shruthi Narayanan too, especially since some people see her as, maybe an outsider, or at least not as established as some others, and maybe more vulnerable because of that.
It feels like this whole situation is tapping into a lot.
Her first post after going public was a bunch of pictures from a photo shoot. She's wearing this really beautiful white and gold sari, but there's no caption. And she turned off the comments too.
So she's back online, but not really engaging with the controversy directly. It almost feels like a statement in itself, She's present, but on her own terms. Did any of the reports say she's made any official statements anywhere else?
Not that I saw. At least not at the time these articles were written. It seems like her Instagram is her only way of responding. For now, anyway.
Okay. So this whole thing has definitely raised a lot of questions. What would you say are some of the biggest issues that have come up?
Well, for one thing, it's made a lot of people think about how common this casting couch stuff really is, especially in the film industry, maybe even more so in regional cinema. And then, it raises questions about how safe it is for people working in entertainment, especially if they're new and don't have a lot of power. They could be pressured into doing things they don't want to.
And we can't forget about those deep fakes. That's a whole other can of worms.
Yeah. It's getting harder and harder to tell what's real online. And the idea that someone could create a fake video and completely ruin someone's life, that's terrifying. Like we all need to become detectives just to use the internet safely these days.
It's a lot to think about. So, why is this story important for our listeners? This isn't just gossip about some actress in the Tamil film industry, is it?
Nope, not at all. It speaks to some pretty big things that affect all of us, especially in this digital age. Like, what happens to our privacy online? How easily can personal stuff be shared without our consent? And how do we even know what's real and what's fake anymore? This whole situation is a reminder that we need to be aware of these things and think critically about what we see online.
So as we wrap things up, what are the key takeaways from this whole situation?
I think it boils down to this. Something very private was made very public. That sparked a lot of discussion and raised some serious concerns about the film industry and how things work there. And the way Shruthi Narayanan has reacted, or I guess not reacted, really highlights how much these kinds of things can affect someone, especially these days when everything's online.
Definitely makes you think. I mean, where do we draw the line between the public's right to know and an individual's right to privacy? It seems like the internet is constantly blurring those lines.
Yeah, and we can't just blindly believe everything we see online. Especially with deepfakes becoming more and more sophisticated, we've all got to be more skeptical and do our own fact-checking.
And, maybe the biggest takeaway is that we need to create safer and more ethical spaces in all industries. How do we protect people, especially those who might be more vulnerable? And how do we make sure that people who take advantage of others are held accountable?
Those are really big questions that go way beyond just entertainment. They're about basic respect and fairness in any kind of workplace.
Well said. If this deep dive has got you thinking, and you want to learn more about media ethics, online privacy, or the impact of technology, keep the conversation going. It's a topic that's always changing, and we all need to stay informed. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button for more deep dives like this. We cover all kinds of topics, and we'd love to have you join our community. Thanks for listening.